So the Telus Kingston Quinty Ride for Dad is basically a one-day event. Last year in one day, we raised just over $70,000. To date, we've raised $939,000 and a few odd cents. If we raise $70,000 this year, we'll go over the $1 million raised and spent right here in Kingston. That's the money raised from last year that's just going to research right here at Queen's and at the Kingston General Hospital. We couldn't do this without you being there to participate. If you can't make it, but you'd like to pledge $10, $20, $50, please go online and just pledge. All the money is spent here. We're 15 people who organize this thing, who want to make an impact and make a better community here in Kingston. So it's my privilege on behalf of these people, because 15 people take care of this committee, to present Dr. Izzard with a check. Well, it's a genuine fake check, but it's a big check. With this year's grant from the Ride for Dad for $38,000.
This specific grant is actually going to allow us to conduct a trial where we actually randomize patients to different biopsy techniques to show us which one's actually better tolerated, better detection rates, and we also look at complication rates from the biopsy as well. And we suspect that this new biopsy technique is actually going to be superior to the old technique. And if it does prove to be superior, then we can disseminate that information and help make this technique more widespread and more widely available to men. And the work that we're doing is looking at a new biopsy technique where we actually take a lesion in the prostate that we can detect on an MRI, and we can't perform biopsies in an MRI machine, but the technique is using fancy three-dimensional technology to project that lesion into a different imaging technique such as CT scan, where we can direct a needle directly into the lesion and sample the lesion to tell us whether or not there's any cancer there. We expect that it's actually going to be more tolerated by patients and more comfortable for patients compared to the traditional biopsy techniques. We also expect that it's going to be safer because there's a reasonably high infection risk with the old traditional biopsy technique. And we also think we're actually going to be able to detect more difficult to diagnose prostate cancers that have the potential to harm patients.
Prostate cancer is 95% curable if caught early. We encourage people, men over 40, to go and get a prostate cancer test. If you don't like the blue glove invasive procedure, you can get a simple blood test. It costs $33. And it will tell you if something's going on, or as it did to me last spring, it'll tell you nothing's going on, in which case you're good for 2 years. So I don't have prostate cancer, and to the best of my knowledge, nobody in my family has prostate cancer. I got involved because when I retired here to Kingston, I wanted to make an impact on the community. I always enjoyed the Ride for Dad in Ottawa. I was more of a background player than the chief spokesperson like I became here in Kingston. But it's the dedication and the work that the committee over my shoulder put in that makes it all worthwhile. I have the privilege of leading a team of 15 people, and the hours and the brainstorming to make it all happen, I find it incredible that 15 people can do all this. Just think of the logics of putting 500 people for lunch in 90 to 120 minutes. These are the challenges we overcome year in, year out, and we've been told by many that we just make it look easy, so isn't that good? So personal motivation is just giving back to my community, making Kingston a better place.